Hey guys, this is TheInterloper, and welcome back to my Let's Play for Shadowrun Returns. Last time we rescued Coyote from those BTL chip guys, and we also brought her back to Miss Kubota. She had a talk with her, and as compensation for saving Coyote, we get access to the downstairs area, which is basically like this nice hideout for any like Shadowrunners who's looking for work and stuff. That includes us. Normally, apparently, we're supposed to have to pay a part of our job's pay to access all this stuff. But since we did a favor for Miss Kubota, it's on her. Looks like this is our stash. So if we ever need to grab anything between missions that we don't have on our person, this is the place to get it. Good stuff. Alright, let's see if we can talk to Dr. Sarah here. Make it quick, I need to operate. Thanks for helping me out back there. Looked like you could use a hand. Ouch! Bad joke right now. She looks down at her mangled arm. Okay, folks, I'm gonna have to ask you to go sit in the waiting area. Watch some Trivid or something. Trivid. I think it's Trivid. This young lady and I have work to do. Miss Kubota never said what kind of cyber arm she'd pay for. I want something badass. Got one with the laser inside? You'll take what I give you, lady. Now let's take a look at your face. Leave it. Excuse me? Coyote. I earned this face by being stupid. I'm gonna keep it. End of story. Whatever you say, kid. See the little demon on her arm? Actually, on her shoulder. I think she's a shaman, so it's like one of her spirits, and it helps her with the surgeries and stuff that she does. So it's like a type of magic. With one swift move, she sinks a syringe into Coyote's thigh. 98. Alright. Looks like this is after the surgery. Her face looks better, it's just scarred over now. Coyote looks both better and worse than you last saw her. All the gaping holes are plugged and she's sporting a shiny new cyber arm. But now that the adrenaline is worn off, it's clear that she needs some rest. Good morning. Thanks to the miracle of modern science, combined with Doc Castle's magical healing powers, I'm almost good as new. Better, really. Nice arm. Thanks. Miss Kubota will have me working it off for the rest of my life. She notices your expression. You look like you've got something on your mind. I have some questions. She flashes you a puzzled look. What kind of questions? About Sam Watts? Sam Watts? What about him? Sam's dead. Holy Drex, Sam. I can't say I'm surprised. He was on a downward spiral for a long time. What can I tell you? Tell me about Sam. I hear you liked him. I did. He made me laugh. No one else seemed to like Sam's jokes, but I did. No accounting for taste. Sam made some bad jokes. Not when he was sober. He was chill and funny. I guess I knew him the best of anyone here. Sorry he's gone. You served Sam the night he died. What do you remember about that night? It was a pretty average night. Regular crowd, as I remember. Sam was drinking with a guy named Armitage. Jake Armitage? Yeah, you know him? Met him. He's a charmer, too. She bites her lower lip. I like gingers. Anyway, Jake and Sam are having a few. Well, Jake was having a few. Sam was tossing him back, but good. Eventually he got loud, the way he sometimes did when he mixed drinking and who knows what, and Miss Kubota wanted him ejected. Mr. Clow wasn't around, can't remember why, so she asked Jake to do the honors. Jake dragged him out the back, into the alley, and that's the last time I saw Sam. You said he got loud. Do you remember what he was saying? She thinks. Standard Sam Drek. How he grew up rich and didn't deserve this. How he hated his mother. How he loved his mother. It's some pretty pathetic stuff. That sounds funny. Oh, excuse me. Does Sam have any enemies? She thinks. Enemies? That's hard to say. Sam partied hard, and when he did, he ran his mouth off pretty good. Got his ass kicked on more than one occasion. But no, I don't think he had any enemies. At least none that I'm aware of. Where did Sam live? On the streets, mostly. He occasionally convinced someone to let him flop on their couch, but he'd always overstay his welcome and get kicked out after a few days. Sometimes I'd sneak him down here so he could crash in one of the bunks. He used one the night before I saw him last. How bad was his drinking? If it was just the drinking, it would have been bad, but Sam wasn't the monogamous type. He dabbled in everything. Booze, chips, drugs. He loved the nitro, whatever he could get his hands on. It wasn't always like that, but once he got sick, he started using more and more stuff to try and forget about it. Sam was sick? Dying. Didn't you know? Yeah, everyone could tell. You could just look at him and see he was a walking corpse. It had to be the drinking. Then he disappeared for a while, and one day he came back all better. Looked good, even. Hard to wait, no. Did he say how he got better? He said his mom helped him out. Never said how, though. Thanks, Coyote. That's interesting, his mom. Now I need you two to do something for me. What do you need, babe? I need you to talk to Mr. Delilah for me about the Royale run. He's usually upstairs. Tell him I didn't get the gems. Maybe I can take another run at it when I recover. I will. But I have the gems, so no problem. Let's talk to the doctor again. Dr. Sarah. In Shadowrunner circles, the term doctor is often used quite liberally to describe any sawbones with a needle and thread. But in the case of the Union's residential medical expert, nothing could be further from the truth. The safe house boasts a fully equipped medical suite, complete with shamanistic fetishes. This is the sixth world medicine of the highest caliber. They say sixth world because apparently magic has reawoken and faded away a total of 6 times in the past. And this is the 6th time. The doctor herself is an unassuming sort, perhaps the type to go unnoticed entirely, if not for the sprightly spirit perched on her shoulder like her own personal gargoyle. The spirit's burning eyes follow you constantly, even as the doctor's own eyes are buried in her charts. However, she does look up long enough to acknowledge your approach. I'm Dr. Castle. I understand you were instrumental in bringing Coyote back to us. Thank you for that. Mulsheen. Now, fixing up her arm, that was a nice piece of work. Surprisingly routine, as it so happens. She notes you eyeballing the facilities. I can tell you're surprised to find a full-service medbay under a dive bar in a slum. Don't be. This is a Shadowrunner bar, after all. For a purveyor of cyberware and trauma kits, there is no better place to set up a practice. I patch runners up, install and maintain their cyberware, and provide medical supplies for their runs. I may not be as mobile as Doc Wagon, but I'm the next best thing. Can I help you with anything? Tell me more about trauma kits. Trauma kits are fully automated stabilization units that include a defibrillator, spray-on synthetic skin, and medical nanomachines. They can save a runner's life if he moves fast enough. Oh, excuse me. So if you're bleeding out, one of those can get you back on your feet? Exactly, but you have to be quick. This is Doc Wagon's own field tech, but even their stuff has its limits. Yeah, basically, we do have a couple of them, but they let you bring back a runner who's gone down during battle. Fortunately, you can't use it on yourself. Like, if your character goes down and your character's the only one with a defibrillator, you can't actually bring your character back then. It has to be somebody else that does it. What cyberware do you have available? That is what I'm interested in. Silver Tech Cyber Arm. Add 6 HP. Cyber replacements extends and enhances your vision. Plus 3% chance to hit. Alright, so right now all we have is a data jack, which is useful. Riggers need it to be able to control their drone, basically. And also lets us use smart link weapons, which basically they have a better chance to hit. I think I'm gonna save my money though, because these are pretty basic. I think I like these a lot more. Especially the as technology cyberleg here. HP and quickness is pretty good. I see shamanistic shamanic fetishes. I don't know why I keep saying shamanistic. I see shamanic fetishes. You a shaman too? Shamanic. While modern medical technology makes surgery less disruptive than it used to be, it's still an ordeal for both the body and the spirit, requiring extensive recuperation to properly heal. I am trained in the ways of the spirit world as well as the scientific world. I do my best to heal the whole patient. It's very interesting. Can't say a lot of doctors do that. What's that on your shoulder? This little guy supports the healing rituals I perform on my patients after surgery, dramatically reducing the recovery time. Not standard procedure, of course, but the results speak for themselves. See your medical supplies. The platinum trauma kits are definitely the best ones because they heal you up to full, but we're making do with the basic ones because they're way cheaper, and we already start out with a couple. And we're good on med kits, so I think we're good with you, Doctor. Thanks for the help. Hey. Hey. Let's talk to Algernon. Past the bar, the edges of the safe house become somewhat indistinct due to the magical haze surrounding a particular elf. The man seems only half of this realm, his mind wandering the far horizons of astral space, while his body peddles his otherworldly wares. Excuse me. Good evening, young orc, and welcome to this humble home that we call the Union. I am Algernon Halfdream. To ease your way through the sixth world, I offer you the best in magical foci, spells, and fetishes for the conjuring of spirits. Let me see what you have then. Nothing that interests us because it's all magic type stuff, but it's all here if you ever want to look at it. Let's talk to Eric. Eric? Change your clothes, change your life, right? Not only will you look better not that you look bad now or not that you look bad now or anything, but each one will help to keep you on the right side of the ground. Take a look. Show me what you got. Clothes. Oh yeah, that person upstairs also is selling clothes, so I think we're good. So let's just talk to TB Grubberman. Theodore Buster Grubberman is a well-groomed orc dressed with a precision that suggests the straight lines of a military officer's uniform. His hair is cropped short, high and tight, as they say, and the neatness this presents is only compromised by the uneven tusks protruding from his mouth. The only other defect in this picture of perfection is the man's cybernetic right arm, which is obvious enough to be noticeable but not so obvious as to ruin the line of his suit. When he speaks, the orc's voice is soft and thoughtful, and he talks almost exclusively in numbers, calibers, ranges, rounds per second, arc of fire, razoring factor, tensile strength, and, of course, price. Bunker Buster Grubberman at your service. Friends call me Buster. I also answer to Sergeant, sir, and even the Theodore on occasion. Anytime you're in the market for firearms, ammunition, or ordnance, I'm your man. How can I help you? What exactly do you sell here? Things that go bang in all shapes and sizes, plus other odds and ends on occasion. Consider me your own personal armory. All weapons are guaranteed to meet strict UCAS military spec, or your money back. In addition, I can handle routine maintenance, repairs, and upgrades if you so desire. And if that wasn't enough, I can also teach a safety and instructional course every weekend. This week we're covering bayonets. Mark my words, they're making a comeback. So what can I get you? let's take a look at what you got. Right now we have the Beretta Model 70, which is pretty decent SMG, but we might be able to get an upgrade here, I'm not sure. Looks like it's that or the Uzi. And the Beretta, while it has 1 less damage, it has more ammo. So I might just keep that. It's not really worth buying another one. Smoker. A support drone that is equipped to lay a smoke trail anywhere you need it most. We might actually grab that. It's 800. Yeah, let's do it. Because we can use 2 drones now. Thank you, thank you. Now I've got 2. Thank you, sir. Now we got these 2. Fantastic. Every inch of the tech alcove is covered in a chaotic patchwork quilt of circuit boards, chips, wires, displays, and a million other things that you can't identify. In the eye of this technobit storm stands a dwarf, immaculately dressed and supremely calm. I know that look. Don't let the size of the shop fool you. I can get any Matrix hardware or software that exists. And if it doesn't exist, then I can get it made for you. Any questions I can answer, or any gear you need? That was a typo. What's a deck? You jack into the Matrix, or in the context of a run, when you jack into a local node of the facility you're in, the deck determines how many programs and ESPs you can carry and the firepower of your base Matrix attack. Decks have IP. When a deck's IP is reduced to 0, you'll get booted from the system, and it'll hurt. Yeah, basically, just tells you how, or the deck, which is like the thing that you use to hack into systems, determines how strong you are in the Matrix, what other programs you can execute to assist you, and if you happen to die in the Matrix, you don't lose the game, but your character takes damage once they're kicked out of the machine. But you can try it again, I think. What's a program? A program in the Matrix allows you to defend your avatar against countermeasures and enemy deckers. There are a wide variety of different programs for attack and defense at different power levels. As you progress as a decker, you can use more powerful versions of these programs. What's an ESP? Johnny, you want to take this one? Sure. When you infiltrate a facility on the run, you have a team. When you jack into the Matrix, you are all alone. That's where ESPs come in. An ESP is a highly advanced artificial life program when you deploy it, manifests as another team member in the Matrix. Different types of ESPs have different abilities. So Johnny Clean wasn't actually a janitor. Seems to be some sort of hacker, which is pretty cool. What do you have for sale? Yeah, these are basically all spells that you use in the Matrix if you decide to play a decker, which is pretty cool. And then here's all your ESPs, which are your other party members while you're in the Matrix, per se. Nothing we need, though. See you later. Oh, I'm being rude. Let me also introduce you to our resident decker and my good friend Johnny Clean. While in the same overalls that you saw him in upstairs, down here, he's leaning over a workbench crammed with circuit boards, cables, and chips. Johnny Clean seems a totally different person. You get the impression that Johnny was once as hot and as invisible as the most infamous deckers today. Good to see you down here. Happy to be of help if I can be. How is decking used? The decking skill is often used just on terminals in the real world to get information, hack doors, etc. But occasionally a run will have an option or the requirement to go into the local Matrix LAN of the facility that you are infiltrating in order to gain access to valuable information or control more important things in the real world. Why are you dressed as a janitor? Did I stand out upstairs? No, janitors never do. When I was younger, I had a rep for getting in and out of systems so cleanly that no one knew I was there. Half the Matrix runs that earned me my rep were made possible because I was able to get inside the facility posing as a janitor. Now it's just sort of part of me. Is it true that you were part of the Echo Mirage team? Let me take this one. Listen, I've known the guy for over a decade, and he's been smart enough not to tell me. So she is sure as not hell not going to tell you anything about those days. For your health and his, best to let the subject drop. Alright, see you guys around. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that he was part of it, I'd say. He might as well have been. Alright. Let's go in our bunk. Bunk is a mess and reeks of booze. Searching through the sheets, blankets, and pillow, you'll find an old photograph that has seen a lot of wear. Let's look at the image. The picture is of a blonde boy and girl, both about age 14, sitting on a dock on the edge of a lake. They appear to be twins. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. The boy has his arm tied around the girl's shoulders and is mugging for the camera. The girl is planting a kiss on his cheek while making rabbit ears behind his head with her fingers. Check the back. Written in a woman's hand are the words, Sam and Jessica, Lake Samarish State Park, summer 2040. Let's pocket the photo. Seems important. So it looks like Sam's twin sister. Cool. Alright, let's head back upstairs. Alright. I think this is, yeah, Mr. Delilah. This is who we need to talk to. Mr. Delilah looks small and tough, with an untraceable shoddy in his back and a heavy vest under his trench coat. He's got the air of someone who gets things done and occasionally does them himself. He might be an ex-runner, one of the rare ones smart enough to move over to management when he felt his reflexes slowing down. What do you want? Mr. Delilah, we have business to discuss. What business? I got no business with you. We're with Coyote. She's indisposed at the moment. At the mention of Coyote, he finally gives you his full attention. Why didn't you say so? Coyote is late and my client is getting anxious. Where is she? Downstairs, trying on a new arm. Your run went south for her. No kidding. Well, whatever. She's tough. She'll pull through. So who are you two? TheInterloper. He's Paco. Great. We're all introduced. Now, give me my stones. Just give them all. In an instant, there's a jeweler's scope on his eye. Moving quickly through what appear to be the most valuable stones, he stops when he finds what appears to be an ordinary pebble inscribed with Hebrew characters. That's the one. He pockets it. Okay, you done good, but you're late, and Coyote knows that in this case, late equals no payment. But I'm feeling magnanimous right tonight, so you guys can just keep the rest of the gems as your reward. Deal. Sounds good. Mr. Delilah looks you up and down, takes you all in. Listen, you look like the sort of man who might run a crew of your own one day. Might need a little talent. When that happens, you come to me. I'll set you up. He dismisses you with a wave. Looks like you impressed him. I know a fence for those gems. Van Grass, follow me. Yep, I know too. This is pretty much just giving the lowdown of like what you do like as a Shadowrunner between missions, all the stuff you have available to you. Van Grass is fiddling with his cyber eye while noodling on his PDA. You're back. Still busy. What's your story? We have some pretty things to sell. You'll want to see them. I have a fondness for pretty things. Let me see. You hear the servos and Van Grass's cyber eye whir as a magnifying lens slips into position. He bends his head over the stones for 2 seconds, maybe less. Where'd you get this, Drex? A gumball machine? I'll give you 1,000 for them. Fortunately, we don't have the strength, the charisma, or the etiquette to actually bargain with him. So whatever we do, it won't matter. So we'll just say we'll take the 1,000. Done. Give me your cred stick. Fantastic. It's 1,000 more than we had before, so it's hard to complain. Is there anybody else we can talk to? I don't think so. Nah. Alright. Let's go back downstairs. Talk to, Coyote. This is another Seamstress Union only episode, it seems. Alright. You're back. I think the highlights of the Wolves game will be on soon. Want to take a load off and watch with me? I found something in the bunk Sam was using. Yeah? Great! What was it? A photo. Did you know Sam had a twin sister? Yeah, I did. He mentioned her once or twice. It didn't sound like they got along that well. She thinks. He was rambling on about her the last time I saw him. By that point, he was completely gone. I really couldn't follow what he was saying, but he sounded miserable. Your comlink chips and this screen shows the smiling face of Officer Aguirre. If he's smiling, it must be about money. Are all cops on the take as happy as you? Yeah, we have our own clubhouse and everything. As per our discussion, I'm informing you of another Ripper murder. The victim worked at the NTSB investigation facility down on the docks. You owe me for this. Put it on my tab. You there now? Better get here quick before McCluskey arrives. The image on the PDA dissolves as the call ends. Another Ripper murder? Where? The docks. I've got to go. Okay, listen. I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royale before. Something bad happened. Worse than getting my arm torn off. And Sam was my friend. You head to the docks and I'll see if I can track us down Sam's sister, Jessica. She might be able to help us. Thanks, I appreciate the help. Alright, sounds good. Let's head to the warehouse. Yay, we can leave. But man, the Ripper's really, he's really on a roll if he's killing another person already. The South Seattle docks. Leaving the Seamstresses Union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with the latest victim. Left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle is your typical industrial area. Grit, grime, and gray. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets, repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutters of the broken down street. Disreputable is this district's middle name. Your destination, the National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, is located on the small strip of dock towards the less maintained end of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. Interesting. Too quiet. Alrighty. I just realized, because last episode I talked to that one guy who wanted me to help his son, but I know I did it the first time I played through the game, but I think I missed it this time. I thought maybe I could go back and like free his son after we like killed all the thugs, but I think we kind of missed the opportunity when we went up the elevator. Oh well. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, guys, since it's kind of leading on to the next mission now. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed as always. And this is TheInterloper signing out. See you guys later. See ya.